Hello, everybody, and welcome to another video from the Geek Gossip Podcast. I'm Jack Higgins.
And I'm Artie Higgins, and this is a podcast where we talk about movies, comics, and all things geek.
Yeah, and today we're super pumped to give you a new video. This is one we recorded back at Jetpack Comics' Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles signing. We also have another video interview up with Jim Lawson, so if you haven't seen that, check that out.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit a like and subscribe.
And the notifications to see some of our awesome new videos coming out.
Yeah, totally. We've got a bunch of new content coming. We've got, live streams every other Wednesday, some new solo videos.
Yeah.
One about heavy metal, one about Star Wars. So there's definitely a lot of cool rangy content on the horizon if you're new to the channel.
Yeah. And so this interview was recorded at Jetpack Comics, 37 Main Street. They always put on a great Ninja Turtles signing events with all the local creators, and it was really cool to be there and to be interviewing everyone. Just huge shout out to Jetpack Comics.
Yeah, so this interview is actually with someone we've had on the podcast, what's it, 6 or 7 times now?
Yeah, out of any comic creator, he's definitely our most frequent guest on the show.
Yeah, and that is our good friend Rich Woodall. Rich is just amazing. Everything he does totally rocks. He has some of the craziest original ideas out there.
Yeah, he's done so much awesome stuff, and he's done a lot of cool Turtles covers too. So that's why he was here at this event.
His work definitely has a sort of early 90s image vibe.
Yeah.
So if you're into that stuff, definitely check it out, but it's still got that kind of I don't know, sort of EC horror flair, because he does a lot of
I know he's really into that stuff, so yeah.
Yeah, and Universal Monsters and all that. So he's definitely a great creator. Everyone in the New England area that's in the comics loves his stuff.
Yeah,
so definitely,
for sure.
Definitely check him out if you haven't heard of him. I'm actually wearing a T-shirt for one of his characters, Sergeant Werewolf.
Yeah.
He's a guy in World War II who becomes a werewolf.
I've got my new Ninja Turtles shirt for the occasion. Unfortunately, I got this after the signing. Would have been perfect, but hey, I have it for future signings and events.
I actually out of all the times we've interviewed Rich and all of them being in person, I have actually not worn this shirt once. It's just I just completely forget about it, and I didn't even plan on wearing it for this. I just put it on.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get into our awesome interview with Rich Woodall.
Yeah, totally.
First time on the YouTube channel.
All right, so joining us now for the 6th time is comic book writer and artist extraordinaire, Rich Woodall. All right, so
how you doing, Rich?
I'm doing great. How are you guys doing?
We're doing awesome. So you're known for some of your awesome independent works like Electric Black, JOHNNY RAYGUN, Sergeant Werewolf, Gods of Brutality, and more. You've also done a lot of variant covers for Ninja Turtles and Masters of the Universe, and so right now you're actually going full-time comics. You have been for a while. So how's it been? What have you been working on lately?
Yeah, so full-time comics is a little weird. It's more full-time freelance.
Okay.
Yeah. So that includes anything that will pay me. So right now I'm doing contract work for a company, doing a lot of graphics and stuff. But since it's contract work, it's nice and steady, which is great. It pays well. So I don't get to focus on the comic book part as much as I would like to, but the good thing is it's not full 40 hours a week or anything.
Yeah.
So I can do comics. I just signed a contract, which we haven't really announced yet, for JOHNNY RAYGUN to be collected. I might even mention this on the last podcast.
Yeah, I think you did.
But yeah, so slowly coloring that.
Like a trade paperback?
Yeah, so
awesome.
Gonna collect the whole thing and color everything. It'll be the first time it's in color, so I'm really excited about that.
That's excellent.
That's great. So outside of your own comics, you've also been making awesome Jetpack exclusive Ninja Turtles covers for quite some time now.
Yeah.
So what's your favorite thing about drawing the Turtles? Because we're here at this event in celebration of the Turtles.
You know what? It's funny. I finally feel like after I don't know how many covers, 10 or 12 covers or whatever I've done, I finally feel like I'm starting to get the hang of them.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, it's taken a little bit. they're fun because it's a different body type. Like when you're
Yeah.
drawing them, they're and
short and stocky.
I mean, you look at what the other turtle guys that are here. They all have such different styles when it comes to approaching them. So it's kind of cool when you look at that and you go, okay, these guys have taken liberties with it and they've kind of made it their own. So you almost feel like when you say draw Hellboy, like everybody has to compare themselves to Mignola, right?
Right.
It's like everybody's trying to draw him, and they're like, "Oh, this looks so weird because it doesn't look like Mignola, but you got to make it your own."
Yeah.
Where it's like with Turtles, it's kind of cool because there's been so many people that have drawn him,
Like,
and
each person taking their own spin to them.
No two Turtles designs are
so,
alike.
yeah, so it doesn't feel. I don't personally feel as much pressure. Like I have to stick with. I have to make sure it looks like this guy's version of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. So are you gonna go see Mutant Mayhem once that comes out?
I hope so. I was telling somebody a couple days ago, like I haven't been to a theater. Well, I take it back. I saw a movie that my wife wanted to see a couple months ago. I saw the Transformers movie.
Okay.
But I haven't seen a movie that I've wanted to see in quite some time. Like I missed the Spider-Man movie. I missed Guardians 3. There's a couple other movies that have been out that I haven't got to see. But I will watch it for sure when it comes out on video.
Awesome.
I just watched Mario this week because it's
What'd you
available.
think?
I loved it. I had so much fun with it.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, like I'm really rooting for video game movies to do well, and I think that's probably the best one so far.
It was so much fun, and like even the first couple scenes where they're in the real world, there's so many like little weird homages to other video games. I was really excited.
Right,
about
like
that.
Kid Icarus and stuff.
Yeah, Punch Out and all that.
Yeah, Wrecking Crew. I'm pretty sure.
Totally. Yeah.
So, are you excited for this new Ninja Turtles movie?
I am. I was talking to Steve earlier, and I said one of the coolest things for me is that this is the first time that I remember, and I haven't watched all the turtle cartoons, but it's the first time they have like teenage voices.
Exactly.
And it's like, oh my god, like these voices are perfect. They sound like cool teenage kids. Like,
right.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. Everything stylistically, just visually, like everything looks really, really neat.
Yeah.
It looks like a lot of fun. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I saw this clip of Seth Rogen, who's producing, saying that like the whole main idea was like so many past like versions of the Turtles have like men in their 30s doing these weird teenage voices, but like the whole idea for this one was having actual teenagers cast as the Turtles.
It's shocking that it hasn't happened before this. So it's kind of weird, but yeah, no, I thought that was really, really cool. And yeah, the tone of the entire movie, I think it's going to do really well.
Yeah, what I'm hoping, I think it seems like it's going to be very good and very contemporary, but I also feel like it'll do a good job at respecting the medium and definitely being more so like a time capsule.
Totally. Yeah.
Kind of like what Into the Spider-Verse was pretty much.
Right, absolutely.
There's contemporary culture and music and stuff, but it's still, that's what Gen Zs are like, but it's still
absolutely.
I think it'll be timeless. So I'm hoping Turtles will probably be the same way. And
I think so.
It definitely certainly looks it.
No,
Right.
I'm very excied for this one.
Yeah, the animation too looks awesome. It's like kind of
really
like
does.
a claymation, painted style.
It reminds me of like the Clone Wars and and Rebels, like how they would map those kind of 3D texture or the painted textures onto a 3D model.
Right,
Cool. Yeah.
And especially Rebels, because the whole point of that animation style is just like the Ralph McQuarrie art. So.
Yeah, totally. Love it.
Yeah. So how are things going with the Bloody Ring of Dracula?
They're going very slow.
Okay.
So during the summer, Mark is a pirate. Mark Welzer's a pirate. So he's probably right now on a pirate ship.
God.
Yo-ho-hoing.
Role-playing as a pirate.
Yeah. So usually pages slow down in the summer. I haven't checked in with him in a while because I hate bothering him with it because I'm working.
Don't disrupt my piracy.
Yeah, I don't want to be up his butt about, hey, can you turn in more pages when I know he's got a lot of stuff to do. So
the sea calls.
Yeah, the sea calls. So once the pirate stuff is over, I think we'll get back on track. I think we have at least 1.5, if not 2 issues pretty much done.
That's awesome.
Out of 4. So
Cool.
It's getting there, but Trevor, who was coloring that, is coloring Johnny Raygun pages right now.
Cool.
So,
cool.
So I don't want to stop him either.
All right, yeah.
So are you going to be putting out these as single issues, or are you going to do a collection first?
That kind of remains to be seen. Like
Okay.
if we can find a publisher, we might put them out one at a time. But if we just we might just do a Kickstarter and say,
Self-publish,
hey,
yeah.
here's the whole trade all together in one.
Right.
Awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. It'll be next year before we do anything. For sure.
Because I mean, if you have it all done ahead of time, then like a monthly
Yeah.
thing would be excellent for
Yes,
sure.
exactly. The weird thing. So on the publishing side of things, coming from the publisher point of view, issue 1 sells great. Issue 2 sales usually drop by anywhere between 25 and 50 to 75%. Like it's a pretty big drop off
Wow.
for indie books. And then once you're to issue 4, like sales are usually not great. I mean, some books it are better than others, but yeah, that's generally the thing. So it's like it is kind of attractive to collect it all in one.
Yeah, so you
Okay.
think that the trade paperback might be a better medium for
It
indie
might
comics?
be. It's definitely, for indie comics that want to, you go to a show. I sell way more trades at shows than I do individual issues.
Okay, yeah, because I mean, if you want to read the whole story in one go, then it's
I mean, people are more likely to. It's $20, sure. I'll pop down $20
Right.
and I'll get a whole story. So, I like to consult Mark because he's doing the heavy lifting on everything. So, we'll see what Mark has to say too. I mean, I want to get Mark paid, so a
Excellent.
Kickstarter might help with that.
So you think this Johnny Raygun collection might do really good then?
No, no. I don't know. It's an old property. It is being brought back. It's got a little bit of a following. I think it'll do good locally. I think I'll do good with it at shows. Whether or not when it goes to the direct market, I don't know how that's going to be. I'm not expecting it's not going to be gangbusters.
Right.
But hopefully it's enough that we in our contract we have the ability to kind of do more. So if it does okay enough that we can do more, that would be pretty cool. I mean, Matt and I love writing Johnny Raygun, so it's definitely one of those things we want to work on more. But you kind of gotta if you got a property that's not performing, you gotta unfortunately you have to jump away from it and try to do something else that may do better, and you just kind of keep throwing spaghetti at the wall until something sticks.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good approach.
Yeah.
So you also recently just did the awesome cover to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Street Fighter crossover.
I did.
Now I'm a huge Street Fighter fan, so I wanted to ask so this is a Jetpack exclusive. So what was your creative process with this like?
So I did. I always try to push for a wraparound cover just because I like doing wraparound covers.
that was really awesome.
Thank you. And it's a selfish thing because I can do more characters on there.
Right.
Usually a wraparound cover will sell for more.
Okay.
And that kind of stuff. But when I pitched, so I had to do 3 or 4 layouts to pitch to IDW, and they picked the one that I didn't want, which always happens. No matter who you are, they always pick the one you don't want.
That's
funny. And it was the one with the least amount of characters on it. So
Yeah, there were only like 4 on your
there's
wraparound.
only 8 total. So there's 4 turtles and 4 Street Fighter characters. And I was a little bummed about that because Street Fighter has 20,
ton,
30, 40, 50 characters. And I wanted to
hundreds
make it,
at this point once you get to the 5th game.
So it's I wanted to do something closer to the He-Man book that I had done the cover for. Where it was everybody on there. But they didn't go for that, so we did Turtles Fighting in the Sewer, which was cool too.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It came out really cool.
Thank
and
you.
You're welcome. I understand why you would want to do the wraparound opposed to just one thing, because it's a lot to cram in the little space of a comic cover, where when you have that whole big wraparound, there's a lot of room.
Absolutely, yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, the trick to a wraparound cover is making it be able to stand on its own as a front cover,
Right.
then being able to expand it to
Yeah.
the back. And,
Right.
And keeping it still interesting and stuff. So
Cool,
yeah,
yeah.
that's always kind of a fun challenge to have to play with.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I'm remembering like Jim Lee X-Men #1.
Yeah.
It's like 5
Right.
covers that all go together.
Yeah, he'll
Yeah.
piece together.
I mean,
Totally.
our dad has all of them in the basement,
Oh, yeah.
and they're like worth like maybe like $2 a piece if you're lucky. But
Right.
but like back to like Street Fighter. Do you have like a favorite Street Fighter character? Like, who are you looking forward to drawing the most with this cover?
You know, I didn't get to draw the guys that I wanted to draw the most.
Oh,
I'm bad at the names, but I like. Is it Blanca?
yeah, Blanca.
Oh,
Blanca.
yeah, he's cool.
Like he's really, really cool looking monster
awesome.
character. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I like doing a lot of characters. So it was one of those things I was kind of hoping to do a bunch at once. But I mean, the guys that I drew were a lot of fun too. I guess out of those, I think Guile because of his hair.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
his hair's so
Yeah,
weird.
so,
like,
so weird and doesn't make sense, but it's like cool.
hey,
This
that's
is fun.
anime,
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, so this was a crossover. So would you ever want to see the Turtles crossover with some of your own characters?
that would be awesome. That would be the best selling books I've ever done. So yeah,
Because I mean, you did do the Savage Dragon Johnny Raygun.
I did do that. Yeah, that's true. That's not going to stand up, is it?
No, don't worry
I
about
totally
it.
broke it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I would love to do. I mean, doing something with the Turtles would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
If I did, I think if I had to pick a property, probably like the Gods of Brutality, just because
Yeah,
it's
that'd
like
be cool. Mm-hmm.
nonstop action kind of thing.
yeah, and it's a whole team.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. So that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Certainly.
So you've also been working with our dad for his upcoming Laser Brand Comics
have.
Halloween issue. Is that as strange of an experience as you would have expected?
It wasn't. It was strange in that I don't usually work with other people's scripts.
Oh, okay.
That's something. It's something that I don't do a lot of. Actually, I'm trying to think of the last time I actually worked from somebody's script. I don't even remember the last script that I worked with that
Right,
wasn't my own.
I know you'll draw your own books and
Yeah.
write for other people.
I mean,
but
even with Electric Black, like the way Joe and I would separate stuff was like, here, this is your part, you write it and draw it, and here's my part, and I'll write it and draw it, and like we would
Bounce back and forth.
yeah, but
Right.
like it was pretty much my stuff. So yeah, like so it's kind of cool to work with somebody else because one, you're forced into doing stuff like. I always have a writer, my writer side of my brain and my artist side of my brain.
Yeah.
And usually if I know I'm writing for myself, I will stay away from certain things because I'm like, I don't want to draw that.
yeah,
Well, why would I write that? Space battles. I don't want to draw a space battle.
right.
Flying ships and stuff. Like, oh, that's a lot of work.
Well, there was a space battle in this story.
It was
right?
a space battle, but it was on the moon. So it
Okay.
wasn't like spaceship. So Matt and I
Right.
always joked about Johnny Raygun, like, because we had the option to like go into space and stuff. And Matt's like, he's like, should we write like, a bunch of like a Star Wars space battle? I'm like, I don't want to draw that at all. Like, there's no way I want
Yeah.
to draw
Yeah.
a bunch of panels of like TIE fighters fighting each other. Like,
Right.
that just
Yeah.
sounds like hell.
What's your opinion on ground battles?
Ground battles. Love ground battles.
Because you get to
Cool.
just draw all the
You
guys
just draw all the
and all
guys
the
and
violence
explosions and rocks and,
Cool.
and guns and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, all that stuff.
Like G.I. Joe type
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. That stuff's fun.
Vehicles are a hassle, though. Like the
And
geometric
vehicles are-
thing.
Yeah, it's one of those things. Yeah, because especially if you're doing sequentials of it,
Oh,
because you draw
yeah.
like the one that I did for your dad. There's one page. Say I only had to draw those like vehicles one time. But yeah, if you're drawing a sequential page, then you got to make sure
Oh,
that
yeah.
vehicle is drawn
Stays
the
exactly
same
the
way.
same. Yeah, because You spend all this time getting it right the first time, and then you have to do it
Yeah,
again.
and then you got to do it again from a different angle, and not something I look forward to.
Yeah.
Someday I might have to do that, and I'll just have to suck it up.
Yeah, but it'll look cool. So
I hope so.
It's worth it.
Hopefully I don't blow it.
Well, I'm sure some things will be blowing up,
Yeah,
so you
well,
will
yeah.
blow it. But
Exactly.
So what's next for Rich Woodall, and where can we support you?
I'm getting a portfolio review at TerrificCon next weekend,
That's right.
and that's a Marvel review. I'm hoping I get some work from that.
Yeah,
that'd
that
be
looks
excellent.
awesome. The
Thank
Doctor
you.
Strange Etrigan Doctor Doom story looked
Thank
great.
you. I'm excited about it. It's like I feel like it's the best pages I've ever done.
Wow.
I'm hoping I get some work from it. If I do, then that's the next thing. If not, then it's coloring Johnny Raygun. Working on Bloody Ring of Dracula and
Right.
Electric Black.
Awesome.
Yeah.
You're also working on a pitch for DC as well, right?
I've got a portfolio review in September with an editor from DC, so
Cool.
I'm pretty excited about that too. So yeah, if the Marvel thing doesn't work out, or even if it does work out,
You can be at both of the big two.
Yeah, as long as make them sign me to a contract,
Right.
exclusive
Awesome.
contract.
If you did get the job with Marvel, like what character would you be looking forward to working
geez.
with the most? Like
You
if you
know-
could do anybody in the Marvel universe, who'd it be?
I've been daydreaming about this for a very long time, but even more so now that I've been doing these pages. And I mean, the list is long. The top of if it was a team, it would be Fantastic Four.
Okay. That's
And-
cool.
And if it was a single character, it'd be Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange. That's what I
All
thought.
right, those are
Yeah.
good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
but I mean, I wouldn't say no to anything. It's like they want Rocket Raccoon, like, I don't know, walking a dog, then I'm there for it.
Why would he walk a dog?
I don't know. It's
What is it, Cosmo? Or
it could be. I don't know.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange.
I'm not
thing.
writing it.
okay.
I mean, maybe I would love to write it too.
Yeah, the Doctor Strange thing would be awesome though, because I remember a while ago you did a really cool Doctor Strange commission.
Yeah.
That looked really cool,
Thank
and I
you.
think like a whole Rich Woodall Doctor Strange series would be awesome.
It would really marry the two things that I love, which are superhero and horror, and
Right.
I would have such a great time with that.
The four too. I mean, they're
Yeah.
probably like, Spider-Man, of course, but then
Yeah.
like they're like my favorite in the Marvel universe, and I mean, just the original Lee Kirby stuff, I think, is
Right.
probably the greatest comic book run.
It
Ever.
is absolutely one of my favorites. I mean, those 100 issues. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I know, and just considering like they introduced Galactus and the Silver Surfer like right after the Inhumans,
Right.
and then like even just like the first 12, it's like there's Doctor Doom, there's the Mole Man,
Yep.
there's so many crazy characters.
So many incredible characters that were created just in that one book in those 100 issues, and
It just changed the way we thought about superheroes.
yeah, I mean those villains have spread throughout all of Marvel, and
Right.
Nihilus. I mean, you got so many characters in there.
yeah,
Yeah. So, like, what are you thinking for, like, MCU Fantastic Four? Who do you want to be Reed Richards? Because, I mean, I think Adam Driver would kill it.
Yeah, I'd like Adam Driver. I like John Krasinski.
Yeah, he was cool in Doctor Strange.
He was cool in Doctor Strange.
I bet you like that Doctor Strange movie a lot because you said horror and superheroes.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I absolutely love Doctor Strange.
Sam Raimi, I
too.
feel like handled it awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really did. Yeah, and I mean it's Sam Raimi, so there's those little
Right.
There's those little visual things that are like, oh yeah, that's awesome. I love
Yeah.
that he did
Like
that.
the zooms
yeah,
and the
exactly,
and the eyeball
exactly. Like,
close-ups.
oh, he did that in Evil Dead at this point, and yeah, so good. Yeah.
All right. So, thanks so much for joining us.
Yeah, thanks for having me again.
This was a great video. And so thanks for tuning in. Good luck with the rest of the signing.
Thank you.
I wish nothing but the best for you with your pitch and all your future
Definitely.
projects.
Thanks, guys.
So just have a great day, and we'll
See you
talk to you real
soon.
soon.
Yeah, I'm sure the next show that we're all at, we'll talk again, right?
All right.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
totally.
We'll be at Granite Con.
Oh, cool.
Awesome.
Are you guys going to do a panel again?
Hopefully.
I hope
We'll
so.
see.
Yeah, you guys did a great panel last time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was really good.
I don't know if
Yeah, it was
you're
fun.
at Plastic City, but we'll be there too.
I am going to be at Plastic City.
Excellent.
Yep.
All right, cool. So see you then.
Absolutely.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye, everybody.
So that was our awesome interview with Rich Woodall. It was so cool to have him on the YouTube channel for the first time. We always have so much fun talking to Rich. He's always got something
Totally.
awesome to talk about. And it was just cool interviewing him on video for the first time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we did have him on the panel way back in September.
Oh, right.
our
Yeah,
Granite
the
Con.
first ever YouTube video for the Geek Gossip.
Yeah, so definitely check that out. Audio quality isn't the best, but it was all around a great conversation.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah, him with Freddie E. Williams, Craig Russo. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
A lot of fun.
It was awesome. Like, I still can't believe we got to do that. Huge
Yeah.
shout out to Granite Con and
Totally.
Double Midnight Comics. But yeah, Rich is just such an awesome creator. He's always so great to have on. And it's like, I mean, it's hardly like interviewing at this point. It's just catching up with an
Right.
old pal, you know,
Oh,
whenever
yeah,
we have him on
totally.
the show. Because we've just had him on so many times. It's just like, do we even need to write questions anymore? The conversation just flows so naturally.
Yeah,
with him.
definitely. And those Marvel pages that he was doing, definitely go check out his social media stuff. He's John Raygun on Instagram. I think it's the same for the rest, but he put those up on his social media. We got to see them in person on his portfolio thing that he had on his
Yeah.
table, and they're just so cool.
I feel like we're very lucky to have
Yeah.
seen that.
Definitely. So if you're in the New England area, if you've missed Rich at this convention, definitely try to see him at another one, usually a Jetpack Comics event, because he'll have that portfolio with those Marvel pages, and you will definitely love it.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
Awesome.
Yeah, and it's like I really hope he gets that job for Marvel
Yeah,
because he's
I
so
would love to
talented,
see-
and I'd love to see his take on those
For
characters.
sure. I would love to see a Rich Woodall Marvel series.
Yeah, for sure. Even just like a one-off issue, like I just think that would be so cool because
Yeah.
I mean, we know Rich and he's been in the comics game forever, so to see him do something for either of the big two would be totally exciting.
For sure.
So definitely great having him on the show, and yeah, definitely check out his stuff. He is extremely talented, and be on the lookout for Bloody Ring of Dracula when it launches in a couple of months.
Yep. And then also Rich's story, The New Guy, in the Laser Brain Comics Halloween special.
Yeah, totally. Rich is just a great guy. He's super talented. Well, Bloody Ring of Dracula is probably going to be more than a couple months, but you can still get the Ash Can if you want.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was awesome to have Rich back on the show, and yeah, huge shout out to him, and huge shout out to Jetpack too for letting us go to the event and record.
For sure. All right, so that's going to have to wrap it up for another great video from the Geek Gossip. You can follow us on Instagram. Our handle is the Geek Gossip _ podcast.
And you can go to our Twitter, the Geek Gossip P1.
Also, check out our Facebook page, The Geek Gossip Podcast, as well as our website, thegeekgossip.com.
Yeah, so we're all over the internet, not just here on YouTube. So if you have social media, definitely follow us on there if you want
But
further
if you're-
updates on new content and public appearances.
Yeah,
But
definitely. But if you're just on YouTube, please remember to give us a like, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. We would love all the support we can get while we're getting this YouTube channel going. We've got some great videos on the horizon. The rest of these Turtles interviews, some more solo videos, and then, we've got our live streams coming up.
Yeah, totally. So we've just got some great stuff we're cranking out these next couple months.
Yep.
It'll probably slow down when the school year hits, but by then we'll be in the groove with it. So I think there will probably still be like frequent uploads.
Right.
So yeah, definitely stay alert for new stuff, and just keep being awesome. And we hope you enjoyed this video.
Yeah. Thank you so much for listening, and remember,
The
the Force will be with you.
always.
Always.